Hi everyone, this is Keegan Walker, and I wanted to talk about Florida land. And a lot of my clients that buy liens from us get concerned that I'm buying vacant lots. And guys, there's a ton of money in this, and there's a very active investor community that's doing very well in tax lien acquisition for vacant land and also taking those properties to deed. Now in Florida, remember, it's not a foreclosure state, it's a deed application state. So you don't have to go through the foreclosure process to get the deed or actually get the property in Florida. Now in southern Florida, I've been doing quite a bit of meticulous research on a few different markets. And the first market I've been looking into is the Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Lehigh Acres area, which is Lee County. So we've done some portfolio buys out of that area of late, and it's been very exciting actually. So I wanted to just share with you very quickly here some of my detailed research. And the first thing I'll attempt to hold up to the screen here are some trends going on in this area with just the general real estate market. So what we're looking at, guys, I use Altos Research, okay? And you can see some of those trends. So the supply of inventory is going down, the price per square foot's going up, the days on market is actually going down. And what that means is that inventory is flying off the shelf faster there. Okay? These are trends that we like to be at the bottom of the trough and going up as a market develops. And I think now's the time to seriously look at the Florida market for that. So what I did, guys, I took a case study on one tax lien that we were thinking about purchasing. Now it's part of a larger pool, and this tax lien, okay, the April redemptive value is $520. The 2011, the most current assessed valuation we have from the county on this lot is $4,000. Now a lot of people might think I'm crazy to even buy a lien on a property that's only assessed at $4,000. And this lot actually is in a developed community, and it is in an area where houses were built around it, and then when the economy changed, building stopped. So those are the types of areas I'm looking for, not some vacant land out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm looking for stuff that's annexed in the city limits. Now this particular lot, let me show you where it's at. Okay, you'll see on this marker right here, okay, that's our subject lot in an area where there's other houses built up around it, just so you know. Okay, again, this one's assessed at $4,000. So I actually ran some sales comparables off the multiple listing service, and I used Trulia to tap into that. And what I found is, and I'll show you this, if you can see values, that most of the lots that are actually selling, this is all within about the last 90 to 120 days, are selling for much more than assessed value. These are actual sold lots. So people are actually forking up and paying $10,000, $15,000, $25,000, even more for the lot once they decide that they actually want to build on it. So assessed value does not always equate to fair market value. Okay? And I also ran a comparable sales report on the private sales, not just the listed properties, but private sales, and I can access public records, and that shows me a lot of what the investors are doing behind the scenes, where one company is selling a property to another. So I actually looked at 19 properties that have sold, all vacant land, and I just ran the metrics and the data. And guys, what I found out is quite a healthy business of investors selling to builders. And the spreads there are actually quite phenomenal. And so I also, I hope I'm not boring you to death, but this is the real meat and potatoes of the business, you guys. As I looked at those 19 case studies, here's a map. And it shows you they're not just by the water, they're just in random areas where somebody wants to build a house. Understand, the migration patterns into Florida are still quite healthy. There's a lot of retirees that still want to build there. There's a lot of locals that still have good credit, still have a down payment, and they would like to build a new home. And they've earned that right. Okay? And I also looked at rent comparables in the area, and rents on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath are actually very healthy. So I pulled those rent comparables, and it's between about $800 and $1,200. So it's not a bad area for investors to focus in for rentals. So guys, the point is here is as you look at a vacant lot, especially in an area like Florida, the assessed value means almost nothing to the investor community. And there are some of those examples where the lot sold to a builder for 15, 25,000. There was as many, there was some as high as 60, 70, $80,000 because it was on a favorable location down closer to the water, or one of the waterways that they make available in Cape Coral. Now Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres, also similar activity. As we're just scratching the surface here, I just wanted to give you an idea of what is available in the land banking business or land investing business, and the tax lien certificate is a wonderful gateway to go get the deed and be in business for yourself in this manner. So guys, have a wonderful day. I hope this helps on the why we buy tax liens on lots. Have a great day.